Creating the iconic world and characters of Lewis Carroll's timeless classic Alice in Wonderland began with conceptual conversations and graphic explorations. During this conceptual phase, many directions were considered. Once the production design, visual effects, and director's vision was unified, pre-production planning moved quickly forward.
I told you she's the right Alice.
Since all of Wonderland is virtually synthetic, it was decided early on to acquire the live-action performance in a green screen environment. In addition, many of the characters were a hybrid of live-action and animation. Numerous motion capture tools were tested and used mainly as reference for what was ultimately handled as animation. The challenge was to find the balance where CG and hybrid animated characters blended together with the live actors to look like they were all part of the same world. Alice falling down the rabbit hole was a lot of different techniques blended together to give us a sense that she was falling. Alice is a combination of a live-action Alice on wire rigs on a green screen shoot. The whole entire environment was created in the computer. All the roots, all the dirt, all the furniture, everything was CG. The shrinking shot of Alice, we wanted to try to do something where we don't lose sight of Alice to the last second and create a shot that you would do if it was really happening in front of you. So we blended a green screen version of Alice with a CG environment, and the whole room is CG at this point. Obviously, the dress is also all synthetic, and animated all that to look like she was shrinking down inside of it. And the whole scene with her meeting the Tweedles, the dodo bird, everybody else, is really our actress talking to voice talent and working with eye lines that were placed on the set so we would get the proper dimensions of all the different characters she's talking to, and animated everything around her so it all made sense. The Bandersnatch sequence was a challenge, just trying to make this long chase with this creature running after Alice and shooting it on a stage that had limited space. The creature was sort of a conglomeration of monsters all blended into one. So by using treadmills and different tricks, we managed to give you the illusion that she's running through this vast expanse of mushrooms and different plants. And also trying to create the interaction between the environment and our actors was critical in making all of this work. The throne room is still one of my favorite scenes, and the interaction of the Queen with the frogs and all the other characters, and especially creating this Red Queen character with the large head. We shot her with a 4K camera, and really through brute force, enlarged her head and blended it back onto her body in a way that looks like it's perfectly natural. And then once we saw the head that big, we decided creatively to take her waist into a more of an hourglass shape so it balanced that giant head better than leaving her the way she was. The Cheshire Cat scene was another cool scene to do because of the dark, moody, gloomy quality of the forest itself. And the cat also had to be an interesting, fun character, but at the same time makes you a little wary of what his real intentions may be. The lighting in this scene was a little more moody than a lot of the sequences in the film, so we were able to blend all the rays of light, everything that's going on in here, and Alice is the only real element.
It's you.
The tea party scene is the first time that we meet the Mad Hatter, and we had Johnny Depp's performance, and then we enlarged his eyes so they were abnormally big. Also in the scene, Alice is very small. We have a lot of animated characters, and also it's an interesting blend of a partial real set, and everything blends into our CG world. At the end of it, we have our character Stain riding on a horse, rears up on the horse, surrounded by his soldiers. And the only thing that was real that we used in this scene was his head. His body is animated, the horse is animated, and all the soldiers and the environment are all synthetic. The execution scene was a challenge for all the different interaction of the characters, live-action characters, animated characters, hybrid characters like the Tweedles and Stain. The crowd was shot separately than our principal performance, which were done earlier, creating this world that looks relatively real and yet fun and fanciful, even though it's a dark moment in the script. Creating the fight with the Jabberwocky was also a lot of fun. And really, again, it's our actress working against nothing on a green screen stage and then animating the Jabberwocky to be attacking her, chasing her, running through this green environment, which we later just synthetically created around her. This scene has a complete CG Alice in a CG environment with a CG Jabberwocky. And we used our CG Alice periodically during this battle sequence when we had very wide shots or when she had to do action like when she chops off the Jabberwocky's head that we couldn't get the kind of bravado that we wanted on a wire rig.